Hello and welcome to another educational video from MCFI. My name is Jessica and this is my intern, Adriana. She's going to be helping us out today. Today we're going to be making two different salsas. One, a traditional pico de gallo, and then one that is a fun spin using some fresh fruit. So you can try something new, something different for the summer. First, we're going to show you how to wash different produce that you're going to be using in these recipes. So cilantro can tend to be kind of sandy or gritty. So I'm going to show you a great way to wash your cilantro so it can be ready to be used in any of your favorite recipes. So you're going to get a bowl or a tub of cold water, and you're just going to take the cilantro, take off the little rubber band so it can be kind of open, and you're going to swish it around in the cold water. And you can actually do that a few times. This cilantro actually looks pretty clean, but you can go ahead and dump the water. And if you had any grit or anything that came off of the cilantro, you could repeat that 2 or 3 times, but the cilantro seems to be pretty clean. And then you can go ahead and set this to dry on some paper towel or another towel, and then it'll be ready to use in your favorite recipes. So to wash your favorite produce, a lot of people will just kind of run it under cold water really quickly and just rinse it, but that won't necessarily get all of the pesticides or herbicides that can be on the skin of your produce. So what you want to do is run it under cold water and rub the skin for at least 30 seconds. When buying produce, if you choose to buy organic, there are 12 items of produce that you might want to buy organic more than others. These 12 items tend to be the most contaminated with pesticides. These are called the dirty dozen, and they include strawberries, spinach, kale, collard greens or mustard greens, grapes, peaches, pears, nectarines, apples, bell and hot peppers, cherries, blueberries, and green beans. So when you are buying your produce, if you only want to buy a few things organic, try to buy those items organic because the conventional farmed versions tend to have a higher concentration of pesticides. So now that we've washed our produce, we're going to show you how to cut an onion. Onions are going to be used in both of these recipes, and cutting an onion can be kind of tricky, but there is one really good technique that Adriana is going to be showing us. So she's going to take the onion and remove one end, keeping the other end intact. We're going to go ahead and slice the onion in half. And then taking one half of the onion, you're going to cut it into planks horizontally. Okay, then you're going to go ahead and cut the onion the opposite way. And this, you're going to be cutting the onion the size that you want the pieces of onion to be. And then she'll go ahead and finish off dicing the onion. A fun fact about onions is the older they are, they tend to be more pungent. So if you buy an onion and you want to avoid crying, try using your onion as soon as you get it home from the grocery store. And there you have a perfectly diced onion. Now that we have all of our vegetables washed and prepped, we are ready to put together our salsas. First, we're going to start with the traditional pico de gallo. To start, we're going to use some freshly chopped yellow onion. To that, we're going to add some freshly chopped tomatoes, some freshly chopped jalapenos. You can leave the seeds in if you want a little more spice, some freshly chopped garlic, some freshly chopped cilantro, and the juice of 1 lime. We'll go ahead and mix that all together. And then we'll go ahead and finish with some salt. And you can salt this recipe to taste. And there you have a traditional homemade pico de gallo. Now we'll show you how to put together a zesty watermelon salsa. This recipe was submitted to us by our MCFI co-worker, Cece. Thank you, Cece, so much for this recipe. So we're going to go ahead and start with our red onion, and we're gonna add that to some cut up fresh watermelon. We'll go ahead and add some cilantro to that, some freshly diced cucumber, some jalapeno if you want spice. You can also leave this out if you don't want your salsa to be as spicy. Some freshly squeezed lime juice. You can go ahead and mix all of that together, and then go ahead and finish it with a little bit of salt. And you can salt this to taste. And there you have a zesty watermelon salsa. Thank you so much for joining us today in this cooking demonstration. Please be sure to follow us for more healthy recipes and for more healthy eating tips. Cheers!